Yeah, hello again. So yeah, as I said, I'm very lazy. I thought every day to record something, but here I am. 5 days wasted and nothing done. So yeah, let's just try to do something today, I guess. So as I said, like not every day I will talk about my life and stuff. So today is that day, I guess. I just wanted to chill and just show some weird stuff in Python I found. And yeah, for those who are new, like Python is a programming language who I am in love with. But the problem is, like, even though I love it, like it's my most favorite, I was still not able to find a job in it. So it is what it is. Yeah, so let's just get right into it, I guess. So what I wanted to show was some weirdness with shallow and deep copy. Yeah, I know, like everybody knows still, most of beginner and some intermediate programmers still don't know. And I don't know who I want to share this with. Nobody's gonna watch it anyways. Yes, still just I don't know. Let's just get into it. So yeah, like happening. A is 0. Let's put it at 10. Then if I say B equals to A, then I try to print B. Then what will happen is it will print B. That is value 10, which it got from A. Basic stuff, right? And even if I change B to something else, say like 20, yeah, this autopilot is crazy, man. Let's turn it off for now, I guess. How the fuck do I turn it on? Off. Yeah, so B, what I did? Yeah, so if I say B equals to 20, then I print out B and A. What we'll see is B is 20 and A is still 10. Okay, some basic stuff, I guess. But let's do something with list now. So suppose I say A is 234, and if I say B equals to A now, and if I print B, this runs properly. Yeah, we get 234 as it got the value from B. But what, yeah, like, so but like what happens if I try to change B's value? Suppose I say I want the first element to be 1 for B, then for B it gets changed. But the weird thing that happens is if I try to print for A, you see, I changed the value for B, still A got changed. So this is how referencing in Python works. So like if we want to copy an object, then we'll have to use dot copy for it. So suppose if I wanted to make a copy of A and store it in B, then I'll do like this. So what it does is it will create another copy of A and will not store any references in B. Instead will generate another copy and store the whole new elements in a container name list in B. And if I change B to 1 now and print both A and B, you'll clearly see that both are different. A is still the same as original and B gets changed. Yeah. Yeah. Now let's watch this. So suppose A is equals to 1 comma 2 comma 3, 4 comma 5 comma 6 and 7 comma 8 comma 9. Okay, and if we say, let's assume that B equals to A, okay, then if here also, like if I change B of 0 to, let's say, something random, then also if I print B and A, what the fuck, this both got changed. We saw that and it's pretty basic stuff. Alright, now what I'll do is in B equals to A, right? And what happens if I change the value of 0? Let's see. A, sorry. The fuck. Now if we print, then also both get changed because both are pointing to the same reference object that are this nested list. Okay, so this is also like pretty basic. but this is some weird shit. So let's see. If I do it, if I reverse this A list, what should happen? A should get reversed and B also should get reversed, right? But what instead happens is, okay, let's do some formatting. The fuck, I am so slow, man. Yeah, so here you see that A got reversed as we did, but now it doesn't affect B. B didn't get reversed. Now, even if I reversed A and if I say change the first of 0 to changed, then let's see what happens. You see, so here in A also and in B also it got changed. So reverse doesn't affect B, but the value changed affect B. I don't know the reason for this, but I found it pretty weird. Yeah. So yeah, and also this one thing. So if we do it this way, which I think will create another copy of A and will store in it A somehow. I don't know, but if I do it this way, which is in place reverse, so that the before it created a copy, but now it will reverse in place in memory. So let's see now what happens. So now as you can see, both A and B got changed as well as reverse. So yeah, I don't know what is happening here, but yeah, I tried to search for it but couldn't find it. Now, so what if you want to not change or reverse B if A gets changed? So like B shouldn't get affected by any operations on A. So as we saw earlier, what we will do is create a copy of A, then change A to whatever we want, and then easy peasy lemon squeezy. A will still remain the same and B will change. A will get changed and B will remain the same. But let's see what happens here. You see A got changed, but here B also got changed. See, I also did a copy of A, then also B got changed. I'll explain in a little bit why that happens. But let's see the solution what. So this is what we call a copy. So here a dot copy. What the fuck did I just say? So this is what we call a shallow copy. So dot copy creates a shallow copy, and another type of copy is what the fuck is happening? Is deep copy. So what deep copy is like, it takes the whole container and its each element and creates every copies of that element in a new copy of container. While in shallow copy, it takes the container, copies the container, but instead of creating new copies of the elements, it creates references to those elements in the container. So here if we change the reference of element to changed, then this whole element will get changed in the memory to changed, and B just points to A. So if A gets changed here, then obviously B will get changed. So to resolve this issue, what we have to do is, from there is a copy module in Python if you didn't know. So from copy import, I think it's called, yeah, deep copy. So what you will need to do is, I guess, a dot deep copy, I guess, or deep copy of A, deep copy directly A. This is how it works. Let's just test it out, run the code. Yeah, so it worked. As you can see, first we created a deep copy of A, then stored it in B. So B didn't change when we printed it. Then we changed the first element of second sublist in A and changed it to changed. So it got changed. So many confusing words. So yeah, that's how deep copy and shallow copy works in Python. Now how does this get stored is a little bit complicated. I tried to search it but couldn't understand, but I'll try my best. So I don't know where I found these images, but this explains a lot. So the fuck is this? Yeah, so as you can see here, if we this is a list object, so if we store in it some objects, so this list object will references to that object. And if we suppose store this list object reference to a variable in, say, suppose list 1, then it will point to this list object, it will point to the string objects that are our values. But suppose if we try to copy this list via directly, say, b equals to a, where we did, so here what is that is this is a and this is b, so here b will point to the same list object which is pointing to this string or value objects, whatever you want to call it. So suppose if we change this object to 100, then it will also change for a and b, as you can see, because this will reference it directly to this, and that will get passed to both of this list. Yeah, so another thing moving forward is, yeah, so for next we'll say like this is another list object, this is also another list object, these are the variables that are referenced into the list object, this is also the variable. So here this is a and this is b. So for the next time what we did was b equals to a dot copy. Okay, so here it creates another list object that points to the ob same object value or object string. So don't get confused here. So suppose if I change this to 100, so you will think that it changed for both of them, but no, here it will remain 98 for this, and it will create another object value for this. Okay, so for this list this value was changed, but this value wasn't changed for this list. So that's how dot copy works. So next we did what next we looked at was copy for nested list. So how that works is like that again, a, this is a, this is b, this will is another list object for b, this is another list object for a, but now it is nested list. So the nested list, which is this, is a single object for both of them, which both are referenced into, and this single list object is referencing to the element in between, which are this. So suppose if we change any of the element to something else, then this will get changed for this list objects, which will get changed for both of these list objects, which will then get changed for both the variable that are referencing to this list objects. So let's look at what the solution was. So yeah, so what deep copy does is it will create another list object for both variables, it will create another sub list object for both variables, and that will reference to their own object values. Here also, like if I change this, then it doesn't get changed for both of them, instead it will remain 01 for here and 100 for here, doesn't get changed for the original value but gets reassigned somewhere in the memory, I guess. That's how that works. So yeah, this was it for the deep copy and shallow copy topic, I guess. But I guess if you need to uh, if you need to read more about it, I could find the article which I read. Yeah, so here it is the article. So like if you want to note out the link, so here it is. So you can see like this is not something new. 12 years ago someone asked this, and this all people clarified, and here is the one that I took the images from, I found out. Yeah, so I guess this is it for the Python deep and shallow copy.